Hey y'all, I'm Rhonda. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be cooking one of those good old Southern classics, honey, and that's some purple whole peas. For the ones that I said I ain't never heard of that in my life, they're a lot like black-eyed peas, but they taste a little different. They're more creamier than some black-eyed peas. Y'all know y'all eating them peas for New Year's, but these have like a little pink eye to them versus a black-eyed pea having, of course, a black eye. So they call them purple because they got that little pinkish purple tint to them. But I have got some frozen. They sell them frozen all day long in the Walmart or wherever. Obviously they're best if they are fresh, but we're going to do frozen because probably you're going to find some frozen ones. Now, of course, these little peas, you got to season them good. They're going to be delicious. I've got me some ham hocks. And I got me some onion. Now, when you get these ham hocks, they're kind of tough. So we're going to cook these down just a little while to get them tender, where that little ham comes out. Honey, that flavor is just popping. And so we're going to cook those down for a little bit before I add my peas. Of course, I'll wash my peas and pick out anything I see that ain't gonna make the party. So, really simple stuff, just some seasoning. We're going to have to season that water up good, honey, because this is where your flavors are going to come from. So, I'm going to start with the ham hocks and show y'all what I do to get these ham hocks tender before we start the peas. All right, y'all, first I'm going to throw in just a little bit of bacon grease. It's going to add to that flavor. And we are going to fry or saute our little onions in this. So about a tablespoon of bacon fat. Here it goes, y'all. It's about to smell good. These onions. Man, I tell you what, an onion can smell your house up.
Ain't no better smell,
really.
Good way,
yeah.
I don't think there is.
We're going to get all that.
And onion cooking and bacon too? What?
Sure. You don't have to use bacon if you won't want to.
Renfro's going to make a appearance here in a minute. She's going to be like, what's going on
what
in here? What y'all doing?
Now I'm going to turn that down so I don't burn them, honey, because once you burn something, honey, you can't take that back.
Nope.
You can cook something a little more, but
can't undo it.
No, you cannot undo it. So we just going to watch it like a toddler. Make sure she's good.
I smell it over here.
Oh, that ain't that good. It's like, get me a little onion facial, y'all. We're not going to let them, you don't have to let them get completely tender. I'm going to go ahead and throw these little ham hocks. I really only have one pack of purple whole peas, so, I'm deciding if I should do 2. I think I'm going to do 2. I'll leave one for some kind of other little goodies.
Save that for another rainy day?
Yes. I'm going to put him, I'm going to store him away. We'll enjoy him again. Yes.
Well, I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all ain't ever ate no ham hocks in something, y'all don't know what y'all missing.
It's good with smoked turkey necks and stuff like that too. Yeah. I mean, wings. I mean, you can put, whatever. A little piece of smoked meat of something. And you can really do this with just bacon. You really can. It's good with bacon. A little onion getting away there. Alright, now, this is going to, like I said, it's going to have to cook down and get tender. We're going to start seasoning this just a little bit. I'm just going to eyeball it because did I use it? Yep, I used it for the bacon grease. I poured in there. Trying to be good. We're going to go with about 2 tablespoons of this chicken broth, or you can use some bouillon, or better than bouillon, or whatever you want to do. And we're just going to cover this up. We're going to cover these little ham hocks up. I hope I got enough water. If not, I'll add some more. Yep, there we go.
That's perfect.
Perfect. And I'm going to add just a little bit of some Lawry's seasoned salt. And I'm not going to do much because this broth has some in there. We're going to add some about a teaspoon of garlic powder. We want this to be tasting real good. Our little
Ooh, it's
pot
gonna be
liquor.
A party in the pot, y'all.
That's what we call it here in the South, y'all. Some pot liquor.
Yeah.
If you know, you know,
Yeah,
honey.
man.
All right. So
And you know, pot liquor, it gets its name so good it make you want to lick the pot, y'all.
yes.
You know?
I don't know why I got cayenne here.
Hey,
I don't
I'm
know.
not
I'm
anti-
playing too much. I don't know.
I'm
I
not
don't know what I
anti-
did.
I'm not anti that.
I know
but
you're
hey.
not, but we're not doing that today. Now I'm gonna bring these to a boil, and I'm just gonna cover it and let them cook for about 30-40 minutes. I'll check them and see if it's getting tender. Now it's still gonna cook with those peas probably another 30-40 minutes, so it doesn't have to be falling apart right here, but I do want them loosened up and all that good flavor coming out of those ham hocks. So I'll let you know when it's time to add the peas. How about that? All right, y'all. My little ham hocks has been cooking just a digging for about now for about 45 minutes. See how that water's cooked down? See how the meat is starting to fall off.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see right there. So I got my little purple hulls cleaned. I picked out any little pieces. Some of them didn't make the party, so I have got these ready to go in. So we're just going to pour these right on in there. Now, when these cook, they are going to, the water is going to evaporate. So I'm going to add just a little more water to these. And I won't do too much more seasoning to it, because when that water cooks down, you're just going to have, splash my own self in the face. You're just going to have to season it again. So I'm going to pour some more water on it. And I'm just going to cover it once again. And we're just going to let these cook for about, I'm going to bring it to a boil. And then I'm just going to let it simmer for about, I'd say 35 to 40 minutes. Just when it's ready. Y'all know when it's ready, they'll be nice and tender.
How long did the ham hocks cook?
They cooked about 45 minutes. So, anyway, that's what we've got going on right now. And this broth, y'all, is rich. And it's going to make those peas just delicious.
It's a party, y'all.
It's a party in the pot, honey.
Yeah, a honky-tonk in the pot.
Yes, I don't know about y'all, but when I grew up, I had to, we'd sit out on the porch, we'd have us a little pea picking party for real. We'd have green thumbs and everything else from picking and shelling peas and butter beans and all the things. So, been eating all these little goodies for years, but boy, were they worth it when Mama got them in the pot. So, we go bring them to a boil. And I'll come back when they are pretty close, because I'm going to start pulling that ham out of that ham hock and get them all up in them peas, get them all nice and happy. I'm going to go ahead and make me a little pot of rice and something to go with them, some cornbread or something, and supper won't be too far off. All right, y'all, these little purple hull peas are all done. Look at there. See how the water cooked down in them? Still got plenty of juice, honey. You see what that is? That's liquid gold. That's some good old pot liquor.
What we talking about, y'all?
Yes, I got us some fried cornbread, some rice cooked.
Look at here, y'all.
Yep. And it's gonna be good.
I can't tell y'all how excited I am.
I done been sampling, so.
I know y'all can hear it in my voice.
Yes, so you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it up.
Officially do it. Well, look, we got some chow chow. Got us some good old chow chow. Y'all see that goodness? That is some good old chow chow. We had somebody at our local flea market make this and gave it to me. And it is absolutely delicious. He said the recipe is 29 years old. Is that what he said?
So,
He's been doing it for 29 years, honey, and he has perfected it.
It is delicious. So, I don't even eat chow chow.
It
is delicious.
It's so good. It pairs so well. Now, this is a little hot for me, but it's so good.
Oh, it's good. That's why I eat it.
Yes.
So, yeah. That's
Go
why
figure.
Yeah.
We're backwards like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we about to hunker down.
Oh, we're about to get some of this.
All right, let's do it. All right, y'all. These little purple whole peas are ready.
Yeah, they ready, y'all.
He's been a little anxious.
Man, I love these.
Waiting
This
on
is
them.
as good a meal right here as you could have. If you old country boy, this is like heart and soul food.
It is. We were just talking about that. I said it's some of the just most simple, most southern recipes that we grew up on that is just so good.
It is.
Our parents.
Yeah, this is my daddy to this day. This is he eats. He don't even have like he just has beans and cornbread. That's his meal. That's a meal. It's a slice of tomato, and that's a meal. He'll eat that 2 or 3 times a week, and that's his meal. That's supper. And you know,
it ain't nothing better. He knows what's up.
That's
good.
That is what he enjoys eating. That's a meal. You know, that's
it really is.
That's country food there, y'all. That's as good as it gets.
And when it's cooking, it smells like my mama's kitchen.
It's
It
so
just
good.
takes you back.
I'm telling you.
It
I'm
really
telling
does.
We've been sampling. I couldn't wait. I'm sorry, y'all.
Is it ready yet?
Yeah, and I know these were frozen peas, but man, they're delicious. They're delicious. We got a fresh sliced tomato out of the garden, some
Yes, we do.
fried cornbread. Oh Lord,
Got some chow chow.
a little chow chow, yeah.
Yep. All together there.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to get a spoon for the chow
Let me
chow.
get a spoon, honey. Let me get you a
I
little
gotta get me a little
spoon.
taste of the chow chow.
You gotta do it.
Yep. Y'all, this chow chow, I don't even eat chow chow. Normally it's too sour, but this is fantastic. Shout out to our subscriber from the Jockey Lot.
Yep,
I know
you know who you
only
are.
the local people know where that's at. I'm gonna put me a little bit over here on the side. And very nice people. We appreciate
They
them.
really are.
I
Just
bought some barbecue
precious.
sauce from them. The first time, it's been a couple of months ago. And we got to talking with them, and barbecue sauce is fantastic too.
So
it was
now
out
we
of a
just
company out
walk.
of North Carolina. And
Yeah.
anyway, we've been getting produce up there to do the canning and stuff with. And
Now we just walk up and just talk about cooking stuff.
yeah, they country folk like we are, and we talk
Yes.
about what's going on in the garden and what they picking and what we picking, and yeah. And he had a jar of this, and it was absolutely fantastic.
It was.
Man.
He
God,
popped
look.
it right there and let
I'm
me
gonna
try
take me a
it.
bite with
Just
it in here
so
with it.
sweet. Him and his little wife.
Next level.
Y'all try this, and if you have fresh ones, that's great. And if you have dried ones, but the frozen ones, I skipped over the soaking it and all that process, like I did with like the red beans. If you get dried beans, you have to soak them.
Yeah.
And I didn't have time today to be soaking and loving on those beans like that, so
Well,
this
she's
was
frozen.
perfect.
It was still good. Still,
It's perfect.
it tastes delicious.
Absolutely.
I don't really know that you can taste the difference.
Yeah,
I can't either.
no.
I guess I'm a novice. If
That's just like canning. I mean, it tastes just like whenever I
tastes fresh out of the garden. to me.
yes,
It sure
right.
does.
Just
That's why I
out
love
the
it,
top and it's fresh.
especially in the wintertime.
Yes,
Yeah.
you get that little taste of summer back again, and it is wonderful.
Get your old good pot of homemade vegetable soup right in the middle of the cold winter, and you pop that can open. And oh goodness!
It hits different, y'all.
Yeah.
It hits different. But this is going to be delicious.
Oh, it is delicious.
Yes, it is. It is really
The
good.
thing, purple holes are kind of hard to find sometimes. We found a place that has them here that we can get them pretty regularly, but
and they're a little different than the black eyed peas.
they do. They have a little. It's a little creamier taste. Yeah.
Yep.
And they're a little, I think they're a little bigger to me. They seem a little bit bigger.
they
Well, maybe
seem
the same size.
They're like first cousins to black eyed
They are.
peas.
They're very close. They really are.
But black eyed peas I think are more earthier taste, and these are just more lighter and creamier, and they're just good. They're good.
Man, I love them.
But some people call them pink peas, pink eyed peas. But anyway, I hope y'all give this a try.
Man,
And
do
if
so.
you do,
Man, if you don't know what you're missing.
I know you'll holler.
Yeah, let us know. You'll say, man, that was
That was
you will let us
good.
know on this one. I can tell you.
Yes, absolutely. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching
I'm about to get me a little bit
putting
more
up
of
with our nonsense, and it's a party on the plate right now.
We had to go back in for a little more of that. Yeah.
It's good
So
stuff.
good.
Yes. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much, and until next time.